Okay, Ashley asked a really great question. Sometimes you're doing, let me take it back. Sometimes you're doing equations like this, and you wind up with two different solutions for the equation. And sometimes you're doing equations like that she's got right here. We have this cosine equation, and you only end up with one, right? Either going in either direction. So you got the plus or minus. So the reason that happens is, let me take you to the unit circle. Okay, so I kind of just drawn a unit circle where the radius is 1 all the way through. Okay, now there are going to be some points on the unit circle where, say, the cosine is unique. Okay, so this is her example right here, where she solves this equation down, and she gets the cosine of something is equal to -1. Well, there's only one place on the unit circle where cosine is equal to -1, right? Cosine right here is -1. Over here, it's going to be a little bit less than -1, like -0.75. It gets closer and closer, and then cosine 0 here. And then going back over, cosine starts to be positive. Remember, cosine is the x value of any point on the unit circle here until cosine gets to 1. And again, if we continue around, cosine is still positive, but it's getting smaller and smaller until it hits 0 here, and it gets negative until it hits -1 there. So there's only one place on the unit circle where cosine is equal to -1. But that's not the case for all values, right? So on this other one, she's got 6 times the sine of something plus 2 is equal to -3. Now she's going to solve that down, and what's going to happen is she's going to get sine of 8x is equal to something that's not 1 or -1, right? Because those are the two unique values for sine on the unit circle, right? Sine is 1 here, sine is -1 here, sine is 0 here, and sine is 0 here. So the two unique values for sine are 1 and -1. But if she gets anything else, like if she gets sine is equal to negative, or let's say positive 1/2, let's say, that would be about here. Okay. Now, what happens is that this isn't the only place, the only value for which sine has a value of 1/2. It's also going to be over here, right? Because the y value is also 1/2. I don't know if I got that perfect, but that's the idea. So those two places where sine is equal to 1/2 are going to give you two different solutions for that equation. Whereas if sine or cosine ends up being equal to those unique values on the unit circle, then you're only going to have one. I hope that helped explain it a little bit. Okay.